Today we're going to talk about something that will be of shock to many of you, but I promise you it will be worth the ear, worth your time. And as always, I'm sorry about the AC. It's very hot right now. I cannot imagine my life without my AC. Now, with all the nitty gritty out of the way, let's get into the video. So, today we're talking about why you should volunteer, especially as a student. Remember, as a student, you'll never really get much internships. Internships right now are kind of like applying for a job. The entry jobs right now in South Africa, they are much harder to access. Now, why should you, a student, volunteer? Why should you? We will get to the money part later. Don't think about the money. Empty your mind. We are not there with the money yet. I want you to focus on why you should volunteer. You need to be inside that very company, that very government, that very modeling agency when positions are out. You need to be there. You need to be the first one to hear what goes on. You need to be the first one to select yourself with the people who are likable to your character. You need to make yourself be blendable with the higher ups in that company, in that, space that you're in. Because you're a student, you are learning for that position, and they will be more open because how many people are willing to volunteer at this point? How many? And you don't even have to work like the people who are working there. You're like, I am offering this much time, maybe 5 hours of my time, to come and volunteer. You don't have to give yourself away the whole day for free of labor. You just need to make sure and tell them, you know what, I'm a student. I am volunteering my time, and that would mean that you hold back on a lot of things, such as dating, such as hanging out with friends, because at this time you are building a career, you are building a network. You are more likely building a network. And if you don't have money, let's get to the money part. If you do not have money, then you utilize the money that's given to you. Nafsas. I hear that a lot of people that I've given nafsas, you utilize your nafsas money wisely. Other people can build houses. I'm not comparing anyone. I don't want to make anyone feel some type of way, but you are building your future right now. The economy right now is very competitive. Listen to me. The economy right now is very competitive. You are not only competing with us, South Africans, experienced professionals. You are not competing with that only. You are competing with illegal immigrants coming into South Africa who are more skilled than you and who are much cheaper than you, who can offer more than you with lower rates than you. You need to I'm not saying make yourself exploitable to the corporates, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying make yourself cheaper for the next person for them to access, no. And you also need a plan as well. When you have a plan that, okay, I'm going to work in this establishment, knowing that it's linked to the job that I'm working for. If you know that you have a degree, you're studying a nail technician, whatever, you go and volunteer with anything to do with nails. You are learning. You are there to learn. And that's the problem right now. We don't want to learn. We don't want to learn. And no one wants to take a chance because you don't have experience. And then comes a Zimbabwean, a guy who's like crossed the border with just R2 in his pocket. And he takes that job for free. And you are like, no, I don't want, like being poshy and be like, no, I have that. I know I have that because I'm the spoiled child in my family, basically. I have that too. But I'm like, if I want this job, I volunteered myself because I knew that it's linked to my degree, it's what I want to do. And you need to have, like, if you're like me, you also have a supportive family. They can sponsor that until you get a job, because it's much easier when you're in school as well. because you can work way around it and be like, I'm writing, I'll be coming in on this day, because you have your own timetable. You'll be working in, and then you don't give too much. It's like a trial run. You understand? You don't give much of your time. You're like, I am doing this for this lunch, for this time being. I'm doing this so that I can gain experience. I am doing this because I'm, busy with so and so and forth. Making yourself available, making yourself accessible, making yourself known in the market space. Why? Because when jobs are opened, you'll be the first considered. And even if you're not first to be considered by Ahara Abs, you will hear it yourself. You'll hear it. You're listening to everyone talks, from the HR, from the head of office, from the cleaners. You talk to everyone, even the security guards. You are nicer to even the people that cleans. You are nicer to everyone. You literally make yourself known in that company. You make your work known. You make yourself known. You make your hard work known. The problem is people don't want to work. You don't want to work. You just want money. And I promise you, money won't come quickly like that, especially at this age. Like I said, people don't know you. People do not know you. They don't know you. And frankly, at times, as sad as it is, they really don't care if you're suffering. Ish, what is that? What is that alarm? So fix yourself, fix your profile, and then if you cannot get money, like, do an extra job, like YouTube something. They give you money. As a student, most of the time they give you money. Okay, so that money, you're like, I'm gonna spend it like this. You learn how to budget. That's how you also will manage your finances when you're employed. You don't find yourself an illiterate financially. You don't know anything to do with money. Just because you qualify doesn't mean you can afford. It teaches you budget. Doing this teaches you a lot of things that you see that, okay, if I do this, then that means I can't afford petrol. I can't afford to fix this car. I can afford, if I buy a house, I can't afford the rates. I can't afford the mortgage. I can't afford. Do you understand? Just because you can afford doesn't mean you qualify. Okay, you can qualify for it. They can say, oh, well, you qualified for it, but doesn't mean that you can afford it. Do you understand? So volunteering, back to volunteering. Volunteering is good. We need to try it. Okay, don't give too much of your time, like I'm saying. And then if you don't know how to get money, and this is for students mainly, if you are a person who's not a student, it's going to be really hard for you to, unless if you really have a support system, a good support system, then go for it. But if you're not, then you're literally gonna strain yourself. Your mind is gonna do in with you. Your mind is literally gonna play games on you. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming to my YouTube. I will see you tomorrow. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's videos, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Thumbs up, please.